Hi, and welcome to our Emerald Coast community. This is a show that basically highlights the people, the organizations, and the businesses that are making a difference in our community. My name is RJ Murdock. I am your host. And today, we have the Mulligans with us today. We have two members of the Mulligans Band. They're a popular band here in the Emerald Coast. Basically, they are the premier events performance band on the Emerald Coast. I have with me Edwin Watts and Ray Angerman. So how you guys doing today?
Good.
I appreciate you guys being able to come on out
Glad to be here.
So I've been able to work with you a little bit. We've done some concert performance and stuff like that. And you guys do some great concerts, and the quality of your performances are excellent. But who are the Mulligans, and how do they come about?
That's a good question. About 14 years ago, I decided, after I always knew that I was going to at some point have a great band. After doing all the business I did and all that, I said, well, I'm going to put together a great band. So we started. It started with a simple music lesson for me with Steve Spade at my house, and I think that was like 14 or 15 years ago. So he came to my house and gave me lessons, and then we, after a while, we had, I think it was Tim Ritchie came in and played with us at my house. And then Ray Angerman came in and started playing with us. And then Dan Mossman came in. So all of a sudden, we had like a rock show going in our living room at our house. And so it evolved actually from that, RJ.
So basically, you've always wanted to kind of always do your own band. I guess you've always been playing. You're the guitar player, rhythm guitar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's always been kind of a dream for the most part. It's not something like you basically attacked as from high school garage band type of thing. You took care of business and life first, and then you decided maybe to pursue your dream. Is that how it kind of happened, or?
That's exactly how it happened. Even in forming the band, I use the same business principles that we used in business, and getting the best people we could, and we ended up with incredible players, and all of them very talented. We're all great friends. They're great Christian people, high-end people, and we just have a blast together doing music and making good music.
So what was it like when you first joined the group? I mean, how did you find out about it, and what was that first session like?
Well, Edwin and I worked out at the gym together, and he wanted to know of a good guitar teacher, which was Steve Spade. He's the best in the area. And so I introduced the two of them, and they took off from there. And so Edwin was learning lead, so they needed a rhythm player, so I sat in. And it was kind of exciting at first because it sounded good. It sounded really good. I'd been in other bands before, but never one that came out of a grassroots like this. I mean, we didn't sit down and say, we should form a band. We're just making music, and we couldn't quit. And so sometimes we would play till 1 and 2 in the morning at Edwin's house.
If you can imagine a bunch of these guys hanging out late night, and we got wife's calling, are you going to come home here sometimes?
And we actually, had amps and everything downstairs, and my wife's upstairs trying to sleep, but she was really great because she loved music. She loves music too, so it just worked out great. And of course, eventually we got our own place to practice and all that. So
we got booted out, that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
So a lot of folks have probably seen you guys perform here locally with the Summer Jam series, some of the other events and all that. And you mentioned a few of the guys. Can you tell me about some of the other band members? What do they do when they're not performing with you guys?
Right.
Well, we've got Edwin and myself, and he mentioned Tim Ritchie, and Tim Ritchie is one of our main vocalists. He does a lot of the lead vocals. Beautiful voice. He reigns from Crestview, Florida. We call him the Crest-Tucky Man.
And what does he do when he's not singing with you guys?
Well, he's retired EOD, actually.
Oh, okay.
One of our military guys, and we're very proud of him and the work that he has done in the past. And
EOD.
Oh, yeah, he's very patriotic.
So he likes to play music very loudly then. Right?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And Dan Mossman, that Edwin mentioned, I think, Dan Mossman is also a former military pilot, and a commercial pilot. And so we brought him into the band, and just a wonderful, very talented guitar player and singer. He does a lot of our Elvis tunes, and is a big voice. So
Harmonica, he plays
and he
harmonica.
does the harmonica too. He's our lefty in the band. So if you see the picture, he looks like Paul McCartney. He's that guy. Okay, he's the lefty in the group.
Okay, and you've got a bass, a drummer, and a keyboardist. Tell us a little about how they got in.
Well, Greg Roth is our bass player, and Greg used to play a lot of music with our lead guitarist, and they've known each other probably since their 20s, maybe even before their 20s. They played together, and so Greg, when he's not playing bass guitar, he owns a company that cuts lawn service is what he owns. His own lawn service company, and he'll be doing my lawn this summer. So when he's not playing bass guitar, and then there's our drummer Harry Eccles, and he is also goes way back with Steve and been drumming in this area ever since anyone can remember. Been in and out of a majority of bands, and that's his main primary job is to be a drummer. He drums for a living. And then there's Steve, whom Edwin mentioned, who works here locally as a guitar teacher and instructor. Our keyboardist is my son. He got into the group, I think, when he was, 10 or 12 years old?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's been with us.
And he's 21 now. He'll be 22 next month, so if that tells you anything. He's been around a long time, and he's very gifted.
Very talented.
He also does mandolin for us. He plays keyboards and mandolin, does some vocals.
I don't think I've seen the mandolin done yet.
And so it's kind of exciting to have your son in the group. He's a full-time student at Concordia University in Austin, Texas. So he comes into practice and does the gigs with us, so it's always kind of fun.
We're real proud of our players. Each and every one of them are extremely talented, and just about all of them play multiple instruments. And four of the guys sing, and they sing harmonies, and play at the same time, and can play multiple instruments. So we have a very, very talented band. We're just fortunate to have a group that came together, RJ, that love music and love playing music. In fact, we practiced last night until like 12.
Well, what's interesting about with your group here, for the most part, is the fact that you guys already have life experience behind you. You've chosen songs that are great classics that really allow people to just kind of enjoy the evening for the most part. You know, they're pretty danceable as well. And the fact that you're bringing your business sense into it, and that's something that a lot of people, or a lot of bands forming up don't have that background. And you've even got this marketing guy. What can you tell me about Lincoln Cox?
Yes.
Lincoln, we worked together at Edwin Watts Golf together for 24 years. Lincoln was our marketing director at Edwin Watts Golf, and we did an awful lot of marketing. It was a huge job. We had a whole entire department, marketing department, that had like 20 people, and Lincoln headed that up. And so Lincoln always loved music too. He's a music nut, like all of us. And so Lincoln, to be our manager of our band, is a natural. He knows marketing, and the one thing we bring to the table that no other band has, period, in the world probably, we bring great business skills. We know how to promote, we know how to market, we know how to get people, fill up a place. We can fill up a convention center. And
let's talk about that. You guys play some small venues, and you've played some large venues. Can you mention a few places that that are some of the highlights that you consider some of your best performances or best venues that you've worked at?
One of the fun trips that we did was we played at Mardi Gras World in New Orleans.
The convention center.
Wow.
And we did a party for Ochsner's Hospital, cancer research. And it was just a wonderful group of people, a fun trip, great environment with pro sound and pro lighting, which was wonderful. Normally, a lot of times we mix our own sound and lights, and for this concert, it was just a wonderful experience for all of us to go on the road and play in New Orleans. And for me, that was one of the good trips. But we've had a couple of summer jams, 16, 17, and one coming up in 18, and on July 13th, which is Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
And we're excited about that in July, and it'll be at the Convention Center on Okaloosa Island.
So you can play a little Witchy Woman,
yeah.
Spooky, a
lot of that stuff. Yeah. So, but I really enjoyed the bigger events. You got a lot of people that are dancing and having a good time and laughing and just letting their hair hang down for a night.
And you mentioned the marketing aspect of it, and the fact that you're able to tie these summer jam concerts with a charity. Tell us a little bit about how you're helping out some of our local community charities.
Well, we're real proud of the band. We use the band. Here again is highly unusual. We use the band to help the community. Our band has done a lot of things for the community in terms of fundraising for deserving charities, many charities. In fact, our figures now, we've helped raise $700,000.
Wow.
In the last 6-7 years.
You have to say that with finesse. $700,000.
A lot of moolah.
little Steve
it,
Martin, thousand.
Yeah, you're right.
Got $1 million goal. So.
Yeah, that's well put the way you did that. But that is a lot of money. Even any business around here, no one contributes that kind of money. Hardly no one. And we are able to help charities raise that kind of money. Gives us a great pleasure and thrill, and I always knew early on that's what we were going to use the band for. We knew that we had an opportunity to do that. Now we also do other events too, period. So we play in North Carolina. We played at the Mullet Festival in Niceville recently. We played in convention centers. We played Pensacola for I think the largest crowd they ever had over there. Maybe 2,000 or 3,000 people.
Blues on the Bay.
Blues in the Bay. We everywhere we play, we can fill small or big places. We're just very fortunate, and I think it has a lot to do with the band is real good. Mm-hmm. We play. We're the sock op band. We call it the sock op because we're the people that like to dance. We're the band. We're the dance band.
The dance band.
You can come out and dance. In fact, usually over half of our people that come to our events, over half of them are dancing the whole night.
And if they're not dancing fast, they're dancing slow. You got some great
slower and fast and all over the place.
Tim, with some of his ballads and your ballad, I've been hearing you doing. Have I told you lately that I love you?
I love you.
Yeah. Well, you guys have really found the key to life, the magic formula. Do what you love to do. Find a way to at least pay for what you're being able to keep doing what you want to do. And to go ahead, and if you could do that and help others as well, what else can you ask for?
We're very blessed. We always, our band, we believe in God, and we know that God has a way in our life, and He leads us to do things like this, and we make sure that we are a high-class band, very high class. Kids can come to our events, young kids. It's just very high-end.
It's all family-friendly.
Very high-end, very family-friendly, yes.
They call me the band chaplain because I'm a pastor. I didn't tell you earlier, I'm the pastor of Good Shepherd Lutheran Church in Shalimar. And this is my hobby. It's a really good stress reliever. Not that I need stress relief, but as pastors, we do need stress relief. And
well, it's not so much stress relief. It's just a completely different mindset to take you out for a second.
It is.
And that's the joy of music as well.
And a lot of our members come to our concerts, and they're always asking, Pastor Ray, when's the next concert? And so we've got a crowd, a group of people that just really enjoy. It's good, clean fun, and they bring their kids. And if you want to go to our website, mulligansband.net, you can watch some of our videos and download some of our music.
And if somebody wanted to call you and contact you and find out about possible booking or for more information, what's the phone number for that?
They can call Lincoln or any one of us, actually. And Lincoln's our manager, and his phone number is 585-4988. That's the cell, 585-4988.
Okay. And you'll read it on the screen right here on the bottom right now.
Exactly. But any one of us, they can call any one of us, and we can do it. So.
All right. So, all right. Call you, find you on Facebook, whatever. Yeah. Right. Come to church.
Come to church. That's right.
Well, I want to thank you guys for taking your time out this morning to go ahead and talk to us about the band. I've had the opportunity and the pleasure to be able to be at some of your performances there, and it's a hopping place. And I want to thank you guys for making people in the community feel good about enjoying themselves and at the same time helping others. And you guys have done a great job with that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, RJ. We appreciate everything you do for us too.
And thank you for watching our Emerald Coast community.